ideal client. Boom. Visibility, fear, and your ideal client. Hello, hello, hello. So, welcome to number 1 of a series of 10 live videos everywhere. We're going to be talking about visibility. We're going to become visible, and hopefully my goal is to help you guys, ladies, to embrace the power of visibility online. So it's going to be a special 10 days because every day, because we're getting to the holiday season, I'm going to have something that I'm going to give away. And remember, the name of the business here is Social Media Love. And one of the big things here at Social Media Love that we're working on is to help women entrepreneurs and leaders to embrace their fears, to become visible and monetize their message. So one of the things that could help you become more visible, it's not just about, of course, being on video and talk, right? It's also many other things. When I say visible, I say, how to use your voice, your ideas, amazing ideas, by the way, your stories. How do you weave your stories in your content when you promote your business, your programs, and your services? And of course, also the other letters of visible are your irresistible offers. How do you sell online and feel good about it? The other letters I want to give you is that one thing that we kind of shy away from is to share our beliefs. What do we believe in the context of your niche, of your expertise, of your industry? You probably have some insights that are putting you outside of maybe the main crew, right? So what are those beliefs that made a difference in your business, in your life, or in your industry in terms of growing your business? And how do you share that, and why your ideal client should care about it? So all this, you do this with leadership. That's called actually leadership, and expertise. So that's why I say, how to become visible as an acronym. So now when you watch this video, and if you watch the replay, wherever you are talking about being visible, we are in 8 platforms. And even me, who's been on TV for a decade almost, and then on social media almost every day, today I had to take a big decision. And why am I sharing these stories? Because I want you to transfer whatever I teach or share with you, even if it's a little bit of vulnerability. I want you to transfer it to your own situation. And how today, notice the show is called One Action a Day. How today could you push it a little further? How much today you could grow a little further, right? So that's my my wish for you. And you could actually get something in exchange, because those little things, okay, I'm gonna show you on Instagram here. See how they're cute? And here, you see little hearts. Those are earrings. So very, very honestly, one of the things when I was like starting to be very serious about doing Facebook Live and sell online, showing my face almost every day and teaching and stuff like that. Literally, one big motivation for me, and you're gonna may laugh, I don't know, maybe you're like me. One of the big motivation for me was this, earrings. Because that's the only thing we see, right? We are talking heads, talking to our audiences. And for me, I discovered the power of earrings to kind of give me motivation. I would buy myself earrings if I was good for a week on social media, like being present with my audience, sharing what I had to share to help them. And so I started to get my ears pierced only 1 year ago. I was 45 for my 45th birthday. I went to the store and I said, okay, now on, I'm gonna, because it's very rare that it's the only earrings that there's so many more choices with the one that, when you have your ears pierced, right? So I got it at 45, and since then it's a crazy palooza, gallery of whatever you call it, of earrings. And I said, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. It's the holiday season, and if you love earrings, then every day there is a chance to get those little guys. And so I have them in. Sterling gold, sterling pink, and sterling like gray, like white sterling. So I'm gonna at the end of every show for the next 10 days, I'll announce who wins it, who gets it at the end of the show. So by the way, I should introduce myself. If you don't know this crazy lady talking about earrings and social media, my name is Angélique Binet, and I'm the founder of Social Media Love. And as I was saying, I help women entrepreneurs to fall in love with their fear of becoming visible, as they monetize their message and feel good about it. So today I wanted to talk about visibility and fears. And and I'll come back on how to win those little. Stay tuned. Okay, and I would love to know, because I can feel out of your energy. I would love to know, even if you're watching the replay, let me know where you are watching from and what is your industry, where do what is your business, because this is going to help me to provide even better content for you. So I wanted to talk about visibility and what do we call visibility outside of being on camera like this. Visibility is a term that kind of, what it means. It means to be seen or heard. So there are different ways with social media to be visible. So most of the time you're gonna think about being visible is through your own social media platforms. And yes, that's one, but it's not the only one. And I would say it's, especially if you don't have a big community or you're starting out on social media, if you're a coach or a consultant or someone who sells services, I would actually say that the most important thing is to be seen outside of your social media platforms on someone else's social media platforms, whether it's social media per se, or it could be a podcast or a video show if you're on YouTube or someone. So to be visible is not restricted to your own platforms. It also means to be visible on others' platforms. And when I say others, it could be other people who already have, a platform with an audience that is kind of pre-qualified for you as well. So maybe I'm just going to give an example. Maybe you're a coach. Like for me, for example, as a social media strategist and trainer, I'm a coach. And when I can get invited to a podcast or pitch myself to a podcast that works with other coaches, but not in the marketing world, maybe in the business strategy of things, then you know that there is a common element between the two audiences. Because if you are building a business, chances are that at some point you need social media, right? So it's a matter of finding in your industry or around your industry people who are kind of connects to your market, because their people need you at some point in their journey. So I know that when I talk to realtors, for example, when you sell or buy houses, what you need, not what you need, but what you could do is, people who are buying a house, they want to know how they have to do the inspection, what should they know about the roof, so you could be as a realtor, you could be invited on someone else, a roofer podcast, or people who take care of roofs or whatever, something like that. So you know what I mean. So those are visibility growth opportunities. I'm looking at my notes. There is another one that I want to share. When you say visible, it's actually also visible to your industry, to your peers. And this is most of the time what scares female entrepreneur the most, to be heard by other experts and fear their judgment, right? What if what I say, they don't agree with it, or they criticize me, or what if I say something wrong, completely, outside of what I should be saying, and what are they gonna think? So that's a big fear related to that type of visibility. And then the last one is visible to yourself. And that's, for me, the biggest one, because when I hear women entrepreneur coaches telling me, well, I don't know what to say on social media, and I don't know how you do to go live so often. When we start digging the conversation, what happens is that there is something that is beyond the social media factor. It's really about doing something that is completely new. And by nature, when you do something that is completely new, your mind, your body freaks out. Like, I could remember the first lives I was doing on television as a reporter. I worked almost 8 to 10 years in the journalism world, and one of the 7 years of those years were on TV. And the first time I remember, like, I could feel, not the first time, like the many first time, I could feel, my body shaking, and, like, this is totally normal. As soon as you go outside of your regular, what you do every day, and plus knowing that there are thousands of eyes, looking at you, then it's like, oh my God, what are they gonna think? What if I don't know what to say? What if I stop talking, right? So let's do this, by the way. You see, nothing happens. Let me shut down those lights. I feel like the light is burning and burning and burning my face. Yeah, it's a little better. Okay, so visible is, to be visible is not only to your industry, to your audience, to people, other people's audiences, but to yourself. Because the more you grow who you're becoming as an entrepreneur in your business and online, then the more you touch your own borders of comfort, and the more you need to stretch them. So what does it have to do with the ideal client quest? Because you always hear about this, and this is what we're going to be talking about for the next 10 days. Because there are two reasons. The main reason is that this used to be an exercise for me that I hated, to work on my ideal client, because I didn't get it exactly the way I wanted to get it. So I'm going to go through this later. But for today, I want to kind of pay attention. And then the second reason is that most of the time we resist that exercise, because if you know and if you're clear on who you're talking to online, that means that your message, that means that your positioning is going to be super clear and super impactful. So it's even scarier, right? Because when you're clear, it ticks and people get it. So you're going to become even more visible as soon as you're clearer and clearer and clearer. So that's why I find that this idea of visibility and fear and how it relates to your ideal client, it's because the more you spend time kind of resisting the idea of an ideal client, chances are that it's almost like a fear of success. So that means, like, if I am too clear or if I am too direct about how I talk on social media, or how I write my blogs, I may, hit the nail right away. And so for me, that was a big discovery. And it took me a long time to be clear on who my ideal client is, because there are so many layers to this. So we're not going to go into the layers right now, but I wanted to bring your attention so that you can note how much do you know about your ideal client or don't want to know, because it could be pushing you to be even more clear about your message. I think there is a relationship right there. So talking about the fear, how do you do when you have that fear of becoming visible and that you are still looking for who is my ideal client? Who is it exactly? So the trick here is that your ideal client is the passport to your goal. And when I say goal, it's three things. Number one, it's the bank. Yes. If you get more of your ideal clients, you're going to get more of them, and then you're going to make more money. That's one thing. The other thing is that when you build a business, you need clients, but not all of the clients are good for your business, only the one that support your mission. And this is where when fear attacks or when fear invades your thoughts and your body, then I find that one way you can reconnect with your mission, and then what happens is that it flips the coin on the other side. What do I mean by this? When you are, focused on your mission, then the girl here is secondary. The girl here is just the bearer of your mission, and it's not about you anymore. So the strategy is how far or could you refresh your mission, or could you go back to your mission, the mission of your business, and then see how it feels. Do you still feel as important in terms of, oh my God, what do I look like? What do I sound like? Or does your mission becomes like, wow, I have not a minute to waste about wondering who am I online? What do they think? Because my mission is so beautiful. So here at Social Media Love, the mission is to help 50 women a year to rocket on social media, like to really own who they are and own their ideal client and conquer their fear of becoming visible to a point that they don't even pay attention to that fear anymore, because their mission is way stronger. So that's why it's good to have a mission, and even better to have a vision. So my vision, and I don't talk about that a lot, but I really want Social Media Love to become the entrance door to women entrepreneur leaders in the service-based industry, to become the entrance door to a place where you feel safe and you can grow your inner work, like who you become as a woman, with your business and make money with this. So that there is no more dichotomy between how you feel about your business, about showing up for your business, and the very reason why you are doing what you're doing with your business. So this is a vision. The mission is that every year I want to include so many women in what we do, so that there is more women who embrace the power of omnipresence on social media to impact even more people, to transform their life, no matter the industry, right? So that's where it flips. When you start thinking about what is your mission, who do you help transform? And then that mission gonna flip your perspective, your relationship with your fear of becoming visible, because this will help you figure out that there is a world bigger than just your own world and your nose and your nostril, your ego, basically, to help. I hope it helps you, but for me, that was really what flipped everything. And so I'm gonna give you a little tactic, because it's easier said than done. But here's the thing: each time I go live, or each time I write a blog, or I write a podcast, or I record a podcast, or I write even a post, I always tell myself, if I can help at least one person today, that's plenty. So go back to your mission, go back to that one person, and I'm gonna give you your action of the day in a second. Okay, so I just want to bring that back to you, that your mission is stronger than your fear, is bigger than your fear. Okay, now here is the action of the day. This, it's the end, it's the last month of the year, and it's time for reflection. So what I'm going to ask you to do is to take your journal, okay, and think, like, really take the time. So for me, I'm a morning person, so I get up at 5:30 or 6, but it's quiet. And right now, actually, I love it because there's a fireplace and I put the fire on. It's really cool to reflect. But take maybe 15 minutes, only 15 minutes, and don't pull your hair through this, like, just do it, okay? And think of all the clients you had this year and write down what comes first. Don't scribble through or scribble. What did they tell you about how they felt when you were teaching them something, when you were selling them something, when you were here, when they phoned you and you picked up the phone, each time they were meeting you for a coaching session or work you did together? Can you go back to all the things that told you about how you helped them? Maybe you even have a folder on your computer. I have one. It's called the flower pot. So that's where I put all the the nice feedback and things that makes my day, that because I feel that I really help my client, that goes in a folder. So go back to that folder or scribble down like what comes up. And those people, when they told you this, they're probably your ideal clients. They're probably people you want more of. But don't think about that right now. I just want you to one action a day, review the year, and make notes about what people told you on how you helped them this year. And it could be completely random comments, okay? Don't worry about that. And then after that, make sure that you read them and you put your mission statement. And if you don't have one yet, it's okay. What is your mission? What do you want to accomplish with your business? Who do you want to help and why? Okay, so make it simple. And then see how much your mission and what you wrote down about what people told you, your clients told you this year, how much it brings perspective and depth into your mission. And maybe it's a way as well to kind of deepen a little bit your mission statement. So I want you to take and soak in that. Like once you have, wrote down those comments that people gave you, don't hesitate to take the time, read your mission, and see how it feels. Just see in your body, or what does it make sense? Or maybe there's a new idea around your mission that you want to stay in your mission. And just think like this. And then after that, we meet again tomorrow. So trying to do that 15 minutes between today and tomorrow. And then that's it. So I hope this helps you a little bit in terms of navigating your fears of becoming visible and the importance of becoming visible, because this is how you can meet your ideal client. And how do you, connect with that ideal client when you are in that fear? Okay, you can't really connect. So how do you get out of that fear, or get on or get along with that fear without rejecting that fear because it's a matter of fact? Then this is where you flip back to why originally you set up your business, why you do what you do, and you're just the carrier of that mission. You are not the center of the mission. You are kind of the elected angel to carry on your mission, right? So I hope it helps. And don't forget, once you, so the thing you have to do to get the gift of the day, and I'll announce it tomorrow, it's to simplement, you have to smash the share button so that more people, more women entrepreneurs see what we talk about, and hopefully join the wagon, because I don't want you to be alone. I want to serve you. I want to help you get where you want to be with your business in a way that feels good, okay? So when you smash the share button, make sure that no matter the platform, okay, you go in the comments and you put shared. in it. And then what I'll do is I'll take like literally I'll take papers and put the names, and then I'll draw it tomorrow. Okay, so tomorrow or today it's those little golden heart, and they're so sweet. Okay, so smash the share button so that way you can tell maybe other entrepreneurs, friends, to about it, how we can help them, how we're going to be talking about the ideal client fever all week. And at the end of the week, I will also invite you to a workshop that I have on December 11th. It's called, if you want to check it out even before the end of the 10 days, it's the idealclientworkshop.com. I should put it somewhere here so that it's easier to remember. The ideal client workshop.com. So it's December. I should put the date here. December. I'm gonna put join us on December 11th. It's gonna be fun. The Ideal Client Workshop. Let me see. Add banner. Show. I think it's gonna show now. Yes. The Ideal Client Workshop. And if you can't find it, just send me a message. So all this to tell you that this is day number 1. Don't forget to participate if you want some giveaway. And even if you don't have your ears pierced, you could gift it to someone during the holidays. And let me know if that helped you. What was your, haha moment? Or what did it bring back to top of your head today, top of your mind? And if you have any question, of course, ask them along. And I hope you enjoy this. Ciao, ciao.